as they go green here today at the track Too Tough to Tame, Darlington, South Carolina. The opening round of the playoffs. Jenkins goes through turn 1. He has the lead. Chase Elliott right behind him. Chase Elliott, Christopher Bell, and Rex Jenkins are playoff drivers, along with Christopher Bell. Chris Buescher. Keep messing up today. Probably because it's the third video I've recorded today. But anyway, Jenkins in the lead of this race. Christopher Bell and Chase Elliott right behind him. Jenkins will lead lap 1. Jenkins continuing his lead. Tyler Reddick, Alex Bowman, Chris Buescher, Denny Hamlin, Alex Bowman, and Josh Brookshire are also playoff drivers, along with the 97 of Van Gisbergen. William Byron, Trevor Bayne, Brad Keselowski, Carson Hocevar, Ryan Preece, and Chase Briscoe are as well, along with the 18 of John Hunter Nemechek. Jenkins has led every lap of this race so far. SVG not doing half bad here. Alex Bowman kind of fading back some. Ross Chastain will look to the outside of Chase Elliott. Jenkins having a lead, wants redemption from Bristol, where he was DQ'd after having illegal louvers. Illegal hood louvers. They were modified not to the specifications of ASCU. Brad Keselowski making moves. Heartbreak for Jesse Love, who barely missed the playoffs. Currently, we have 2 playoff drivers struggling right now in the back, with the furthest back being Ryan Preece. And it's John Hunter Nemechek. It's Carson Hocevar, who's having a terrible day right now. Chase Briscoe's having a good run. Not really having a good run. Currently the 6th is sitting 17th. Jenkins has continued to lead this race, with half the laps of stage 1 in the books. He's dominating this race. He's continuing to pull away. He's put a second on Bell and Elliott. Currently, Bell and Elliott are still side by side. Points were reset except for playoff points, so if you won a race, you have 5 bonus points starting out the playoffs. But every time you win a stage, you get 1, and if you win a race, you get 5. And currently, Jenkins, if he wins stage, he'll get 1 point. And those points do carry over into the next round, so they're very valuable to have. Jenkins continuing to pull away. Currently off the pace is the 66 of Timmy Hill. Looks like there might be a problem with that 47 machine. We'll have to keep an eye on him. Jenkins has said goodbye to the field. He currently is 1.7 seconds ahead. He's checked out. Said, see you later, adios. Jenkins has led every lap of this race so far and has not looked back. He continues to put distance between him and the second place driver of Christopher Bell. Two laps to go in stage one. He's going to make moves. Stage points do matter. There's William Byron. Hendrick Motorsports has won 3 of the last 5 races, all of which have been in a row. Can they do it again for a 4th time? One lap to go in stage 1, and Jenkins has put on a show. He currently is 2.5 seconds ahead of the 9 of Chase Elliott. And they're still side by side. Christopher Bell and Chase Elliott. Jenkins 3 and 4. He will win stage 1. Chase Elliott P2, Ross Chastain P3, Christopher Bell P4, Tyler Reddick P5, Josh Brookshire P6, Chris Buescher P7, Denny Hamlin P8, Ryan Blaney P9, and Kyle Larson P10. Kyle Larson uncharacteristically missed the playoffs. Not the season he's wanted. Jenkins continues to check out. In the meantime, Chase Elliott has managed to get by Christopher Bell. The Toyotas are starting to fade late into this run. John Nemechek struggling here at Darlington. Ryan Preece as well. Carson Hocevar and Chase Briscoe are still side by side battling it out. Every position matters in the playoffs. Josh Brookshire looks to the outside of the 45. of them look to the inside of the 17. 2 will clear the 45. Jenkins now has an almost 3-second lead on second place. Ross Chastain trying to get around Christopher Bell. Chris Buescher will now look to the outside of the 45. And he will clear him. No one has anything to give for Jenkins. He is gone right now. Jenkins. It's one of his impressive runs, more like his dominant self from last season where he had 10 wins in the championship. Right now his only win came at the super speedway of Talladega. Jenkins with a strong showing. In the meantime, Chase Elliott is starting to track him down. The question is, will it be enough? We got 36 laps to go in this race. 1 pit stop, at least. Chase Elliott lost time that lap, about 1/10 of a second. Ross Chastain has gotten by the 20. Currently the 20 is holding up cars. He's slower than them. He's off the pace. Chris Buescher will look to his inside. He will complete the pass. Buescher will now try to get past the 20. He does not have great long run speed, but we've seen that multiple times this season. Elliott losing a lot of time on Jenkins. Chris Buescher and Ross Chastain are now side by side for third. Jenkins with the fast car continues to pull away. Here comes Josh Brookshire to the inside of the 17. We've really managed to see which cars are faster and which ones are slower in this run. Currently, I'd say the 60 is the fastest car on the track right now, and then the 2 has to be the second fastest. The 9 comes to pit road, the 60 as well. We're going to have a 2-stop race here today. Question is, you gotta make it fast. Quick stops. That will hand the lead off to the 1. I'd assume they come to pit road next time by. Jenkins out of pit road. Currently Chris Buescher leading this race. He's coming to pit road next time by, though, I would assume. Jenkins 1 lap down. Chris Buescher trying to make it last as long as possible on fuel. Jenkins, though, so much faster than him. He'll get his lap back. Buescher will come to pit road, along with Roger Carruth. Here comes the 9 by. Car was in P8. Last time he went across the line. This time he is P4. Where's Buescher? Buescher just came out of the pits. The question is, can Jenkins make it on fuel? He came to pit road around lap 24-5-ish. That should put him at 50. Chris Buescher came about 27. That should put him at about 54. So he could probably make it another 2 or 3 laps on his fuel. Jenkins, though, now has a 7-second lead. Jenkins has been so dominant this race. Everyone now is spread out. Cars trying to get around the lap car of Timmy Hill right now. Chastain will go high. He will get by the 66. This race now comes down to pit strategy. Osavar, though, now it looks to be that staying out was the wrong call, as you're now stuck in the back of the pack. This is what the case with Buescher and Carruth. Currently both P20 and P23 respectively. Jenkins, though, he's got a 7-second lead on second place of Chase Elliott. 2 laps to go in stage 2. Jenkins struggling all year to put up the amount of effort he did last season. Kind of decided to dial it back a bit. Now sitting on hopefully another win, which would be his second of the season. He's been one of the most consistent drivers this season. He just has not had it as easy as sealing the deal with the win. Currently, Corey LaJoie is sitting P5 right now off of pit strategy. The environment and Christopher Bell looking to get around him. Currently Busher, P16, he's making ground, it's slow. Jenkins still in the lead of this race. He's not made much time up on the 9. Currently no one. The 9 actually closed the gap a little bit there. Realistically though, it won't be enough. The only problem the 60 will have is if he has enough fuel to make it to the end with 20 laps to go. When you pit, you lose a lap. Which shouldn't be too much of a problem unless people stay out. Which Busher, I'd say Busher has the most realistic shot at making it to the end on the fuel he has. He currently is 17 seconds back. Jenkins found the clean air early, and he's not looked back since. He won both stages. Jenkins, by far the most dominant driver here today. The drivers caught up to the 66 trying to get by him. Currently the 7 still is in P5, holding off the 24 of William Byron. Brad Keselowski gets by. Jenkins has 17 laps to go. Fuel window dictates that he needs to pit before then. The question is how many more people will come to pit road with him with the same issue. How many will make it on fuel? He's got enough time to save if he wants to. Jenkins looking to go back to the championship. Of course, he has to make it through 2 more rounds of the playoffs after this race. Ken Jenkins. Catch up. Can Jenkins get the win today? The 9 has lost a lot of time on the 60. that last lap. He lost about half a second. Is the 9 out of fuel? Or was he just slow that lap? Currently, people are slower than Jenkins by far. He's now putting the gap on the rest of the field currently. Chris Buescher, though, and Roger Carruth are currently 15 seconds back instead of 17 seconds back. So there's only 2 cars actually making up time on Jenkins right now. And they're stuck behind the 66. The lap car of the 66. Never mind, they just got by him, but they have a bunch of cars they need to pass for position. About 14 seconds. Jenkins has about 13 laps to go this time by. Can he hold on? Can he get the win? Chase Elliott lost time on him that lap. Denny Hamlin gained. Ross Chastain lost. And everyone else kind of broke even there. Currently, Roger Carruth and Chris Buescher still 15 seconds back. Unless we have another round of pit stops, I don't think anybody's going to beat Jenkins here today. Jenkins is going to be the most dominant driver here today. Jenkins has 11 laps to go. With every lap that the pit cycle does not start, that decreases the likelihood that Jenkins will win this if he has to come to pit road for fuel. He has 7 seconds on second place. But if he has to come for fuel, then it won't work. Unless, of course, everyone else does. Because if everyone needs fuel, then yeah, Jenkins is going to win this. But if some people can save fuel and conserve the fuel they have to the end of the race, then they can pass him, because every time you go to pit road, you lose a lap, regardless if it's 2 tires, fuel, whatever. It's just too much of a long of a pit road. Jenkins, though, with 10 laps to go, he's continuing to be strong. Jenkins has 7.5 seconds on his furthest back competition. He's got 9 laps to go. Jenkins will head down pit road for fuel. Who will go with him, though? The 9 stays out. The 11. Will the 1 and the 24 go? No. Everyone behind him stays out. Not good for Jenkins. Not good at all. Will the 9 come this time by? He stays out another lap. Never mind, this is the backstretch. He's coming down pit road. along with the 11. I'd assume most other people stay out. No, it's just the 9 and the 11. Everyone else is still going around. We have 6 laps left. The only 2 I know who could probably make it on fuel would be the 17 and the 71. I'd assume all these guys come to pit road next time by. They're slowing up. Ross Chastain goes. The 24 goes. The 45, though, stays out with Chris Buescher. Tyler Reddick will go to the lead of this race. Chris Buescher right behind. 6 laps to go. Wait. I'm getting mad. We have 5 laps. Yeah, 6 laps to go. Currently, 45, 17, and 71 have stayed out, along with the 54 and the 2. I'd assume other people will pit now. Tyler Reddick, though, he stays out on the track. Can he make it on fuel? Tyler Reddick, another playoff driver. He's not had a win yet this season. Five laps to go. I'd say he comes this time by. He did not pit with Buescher. Buescher goes as well. Caruth stays out for the race lead, along with Chastain. There's Jenkins, though. Jenkins is in P12 right now. Jenkins comes across the line. He currently is P6. There's Caruth. Caruth goes to pit road. Jenkins, now the first car I would believe to make it through that pit cycle. Where is he? 60 will now go around the 8. Let's see where the 60 ends up. Okay, so this race is now between the 60 and the 71. If the 71 made it out, then he's good. 60 to the lead of this race. He has dominated it in spectacular fashion. He has 2 laps to go. Jenkins has 1.5 laps. This race has been a thriller for a lot. Yes, he may have dominated it by 10 seconds on the second place car, but still, Jenkins has proven of what he's capable of here today through turns 1 and 2. For the final time. Down the back straightaway. Through turns 3 and 4. Jenkins will win the playoff opener here at Darlington Raceway and lock himself into the round of 12.